Hi everyone.
Hello. So this is one of our last updates. I think we've only really got one more after this next weekend.
Yeah. So we left you last Saturday. We think so much has happened in this week. So much has gone on in it, hasn't it, Nigel?
Yeah. I think where we left. We think we left you just after Cocoa Keys.
Yeah.
And before we went out in the evening.
Yeah, that was a bit of a spontaneous evening out, wasn't it? We were sort of like just lying here recovering from like the sleepover, get a phone call, do you want to come out skating? So we were like, yeah, why not, you know? So off we went with the other interns from Urban Promise, had an evening of fun, going to the skating rink.
Yeah, it was our first time skating as well, so we were pros, as you can expect.
Yeah, so that was just round the corner in Camden. Yeah. I think one of the first things that struck me was when we arrived and we paid for our tickets, there was like a full body search of us all. I was like, what's going on, you know? So, but
no, it was a good laugh. And then we went back to the main street leader building because it was a girl called Molly who does a lot of work with a lot of the interns, because she used to be an intern. She's leaving for Malawi. Well, she's left for Malawi now. So they just got some cake and played some games. Yeah. So we played sardines in the Urban Promise basement.
Yes.
And that was good fun. I hid and no one could find me, and I almost fell asleep.
All the sardines that we played at Morelands has like really come like. Yeah. Good experience, isn't it? So
it was good training. Morelands has taught us a lot.
Yeah, no experience that God gives us is wasted, is it, Nigel? That's very true. So that was Saturday night, quite late Saturday night. Yeah. Sunday, again, we were meant to go to church.
But we never got picked up.
Yeah, so, which is a bit of a shame. But next weekend, we're on a retreat with the other interns. So that'll be quite exciting. But yeah, so anyway, back into Monday. Sunday, not a lot happened really, but Monday morning, morning shop, wasn't it, Nige? You went out, did the shopping.
Yeah, did the weekly shop, and then went back for camps and stuff.
Yeah, and then camps kicked off as usual.
Yeah.
So back in with normal programmes. So Camp Saved for me, downtown Camden.
Camp Faith, just across at the street leader building for me. We started our Martin Luther King speeches. So I'm sponsoring 2 kids who are writing a speech that they're doing next Friday.
Yeah,
this coming Friday.
Yeah. So all the camps are doing like a Martin Luther King. Some kids are writing speeches, and they all have a big contest, and they decide who's going to win. So there's quite a big event that's held at the school just over there. But at my camp they're sponsoring 2 kids. One of them's a really funny kid called Peter, and he's really lovely kid. Took part in a spelling bee competition yesterday and stuff, and he's really great. He's a fantastic kid, and so been good sort of working with him on his speeches and working with the other interns. But some of the highlights from this week, Nige, we'll keep it short, but what have been some of your highlights from the camps and stuff?
My highlights from the camps this week is seeing an improvement in the 2 kids I chose to write the speech, seeing an improvement in their ability to write it and stuff, but mainly one of them, because one of the kids I chose got suspended within 5 minutes of camp for bringing a weapon to camp. So, not the best start, but he was allowed in yesterday because it wasn't a normal camp day, and we finished off his speech for him. So, it's all good.
Awesome.
That's probably been one of the main highlights of this week for me.
Awesome. And I think for me, my main highlight was that on Wednesday, we took the kids skating to the same place that we went with the interns on Saturday, and all the kids were like, I want to skate with you, I want to skate with you. I think they expected me to be like a pro, and I was just like, yeah, you might not want to skate with me. So I'm only just able to stand on the skating rink, and these kids were like holding on to me like, come on, let me go round with you, and they were like falling over, and because they were falling over, they're making me fall over. So I was like, it's a good job I had a CRB check. Yeah. It's always good. Moral of the story, make sure you have a CRB check. So that was a good evening. It was really fun. And one special highlight was to see Juju, Jewel, this kid that I've been working with. He's got a broken arm, but he doesn't let that worry him because he just throws himself into everything, into the skating and stuff. And he had it was so cute because he had the Zimmer frame sort of thing that they give you if you're a really small child and you're not very confident at skating, they give you like the Zimmer frame that you can hold on to and like walk along the skating rink. So it was such like a cute moment seeing him going along like this. But anyway, so that was Wednesday, and yeah, so
what else have we done this week?
I don't know, but I think yesterday we had a staff meeting.
Oh yeah.
There's like an Urban Promise all-staff meeting,
Yeah.
and it was meant to go from 8 till about 9:30, but it went from 8 till 11.
Yeah.
And it was a bit hardcore, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very hardcore. It started off quite light-hearted.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, we were talking about how to help people, like help the kids through grief when someone's died.
Yeah, and that's like always important, you know,
Yeah.
to be able to, because there's a lot of kids that experience so much, you know, living in Camden and things like that, and how we can best sort of counsel them and help them as they go through difficult times. And yesterday there's a chap who came who'd been doing a lot of community surveys and research on the demographics and geographical work of, you know, area of Camden and populations and things like that. So he gave a few stats and stuff. So I was like, boom, in it goes to my block report. So that was really helpful. And also it was a chance to meet some of the other members of Urban Promise staff and to hear their updates on where they've been and what their camps have been doing and stuff. But I think one of the things that have come out of that for prayer was that they were talking about some instances that have happened this last week, and there's been a few shootings, hasn't there, like at one of the camps?
2 shootings at one of the camps, like literally on the doorstep of it.
Yeah.
There have been some assaults, people getting jumped on their way to camp, on the way to school, stuff like that. And I think there have been like a few robberies and stuff as well. That's
it, and especially like downtown Camden, like a lot of this stuff is happening where my camp is especially, and I've noticed a real like increase in like police presence and stuff, and there's lots of police walking around with dogs and stuff, just sort of, you know, having a bit more of a visible presence. So you could pray for, you know, keep praying for Camden and for the safety of, you know, the children, but also the staff as well. And so so it's been another interesting week, lots and lots of stuff happening. Just to let you know that I've done a separate video to this, to talk a little bit about a vision or a dream that God's put on my heart, for something that he might want me to start up with Urban Promise after college. So I'll put that up with this blog in a little while. But so today, what are we doing today, Nigel?
Today we're going into Philly.
Yes.
So about 12 o'clock, well, 11:30 you're getting picked up and going in with Chris and some of the twins, isn't it? Yeah. And then at about 2 o'clock I'm going in with 2 of the other interns. Yeah. And then we're meeting up in Philly. Yeah. So we'll keep this short. Lots of love to you all. Wrap up warm if you're in the UK. And it's t-shirt and jeans weather here, but it's all good. So anyway, blessings. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.